I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, they say pay some money, they say pay some presidency, they say pay some technology, they say pay some war. Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take our coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend, the children have no food to eat. We got major headlines, oh, we got major story. Hey, there is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines, we got major story, there is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no plus, no glory, no help for poor men.
Good morning.
No. How many people do you love?
This is how I'd like to welcome you this morning to the Wednesday's edition
How many people do you
of the program, the Editorial Review, right here on ABC Radio 105.7.
no money, no plus, no.
And it's the official voice of the Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation,
That's what.
beaming live, coming to you directly from the corners of Broad and Buchanan Streets, right here in Central Monrovia, the nation's capital. This is the program that brings you the headlines, making news in the print media, the local dailies, and the newspapers, if you may call.
You don't know.
This is where we talk about it
Back the stories from Rapper Pages. Keep out the story.
and activate the phone lines for your participation. Welcome to it. My name is Jackson Seekler Jr.
Cause no more money. I can't stand no more. Cause no more food. I cannot go to school. Cause no more money. Hey, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just want to ask you some questions. Oh,
Please take my question.
they say pay some,
How do you read your headlines?
they say pay some,
This is where we bring you the
they
headlines
say pay some more. Tell,
and talk about it at the same time.
oh, we got major stuff.
My name is Jackson Seekler Jr.
No job,
Ready to get you through, ready to drive you through this morning on the program, the Editorial Review.
hey, there's no job, no money.
Under this friendly weather.
Come take our coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education.
Let's get started this
To
morning.
call their friend, the children have no food.
Let's bring you the major headlines, the major stories,
There is no job.
and increase your appetite to wanting more so that you go and get it.
Major headline, major story. There is no job, no money for hustle.
Our first stop this morning
How many people do you love, man?
is the Front Page Africa newspaper.
How many people do you help out
The
there?
Front Page Africa newspaper.
No,
And it's volume 17,
no girls, no globe,
number 173.
no help for poor men.
The Front Page Africa newspaper.
No.
And today is Wednesday,
How many people
September 13, 2023 is the year.
do you help out?
This paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. You can grab a copy of it and read the details therein. What's on the front page of the Front Page Africa?
That's what we know.
Let's go there. Who's beyond the RIA drugs? This paper is asking question. Who's beyond the RIA drugs? Airport authorities suspends Chief of Security Samuel Freeman, who was caught escorting highly addictive drugs from the airport apron through an unauthorized gate. Who's beyond the RIA drugs? The Minister of Justice, Councillor Frank Musa Dane, has with immediate effect ordered the joint security of Liberia as well as the LDA, that the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, and the Liberia National Police, LMP, and the NSA to expand their investigation on the importation of the illegal drugs with the aim of bringing to justice all those involved. Yes, they're on the front page of the Front Page Africa. Our next story here says digitizing Liberia's economic. Digitizing Liberia's economic. Who's saying this one? You can grab a copy of the Front Page Africa newspaper and read the details therein. Yes, of course, this is how we want to leave it right here. The Front Page Africa newspaper.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just want to ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money?
Our next stop this morning
Is it based on presidency? Is it based on...
is the Independent newspaper,
Is it based on...
Liberia's most investigative newspaper.
Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers.
27 days to go. 27 days to the casting of ballots. Hope you are in readiness. Hope you are in gear to get started, to get going, to elect your new corps of officers at the level of the presidency, the House of Representatives, and the Liberian Senate. 15 persons from the Liberian Senate are seeking re-election. The entire 73 persons at the House of Representatives are seeking re-elections. Let's get set. Try and locate your voting card, your biometric voting card. Locate it, because that's why you're going to use. Even though we are not going to be voting biometrically, but you are going to use that card. Our next stop this morning on the program, the editorial review, is the Independent newspaper, and it's volume 22, number 190. This paper too is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. You can grab a copy of it and read the details therein. Let's go quickly right here. We are tips Joel for 2029 presidency as he energizes bond citizens for second term. President George We are tips Vice President Joel Howard Taylor for 2029 presidency as he energizes bond citizens for second term. That one will be a different situation. Let's wait and see. Still on the front page of the Independent newspaper, for October elections, ballot boxes arrive. For October elections, ballot boxes arrive. Well, good sign there. And the back page of the Independent is all about vote for this number. Like I said, we're not going to call that number. If you want us to be calling your number on our platform, come and pay some money and we'll call your number. We can call all of the numbers, we don't mind, but just pay us some money and let the people themselves to go ahead. Editorial in the Independent, reiterating our plea for non-violent and credible pools. Reiterating our pleas for non-violent and credible pools. You can grab a copy of the Independent newspaper and read the details therein. Just 40 Liberian dollars are for the Independent newspaper, as well as the front page African newspaper. 40 Liberian dollars each, and you can read the details therein. Truly Independent. Truly Independent is our next stop, and it's the New Dawn newspaper. The New Dawn newspaper.
I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, they say pay some money, they say pay some presidency, they say pay some technology, they say pay some war. Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no connect for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no connect for hustlers. Come take up coverage.
Volume 13, number 161. The New Dawn newspaper, Wednesday's edition, September 13, 2023. And this paper is as well sold for 40 Liberian dollars. You can grab a copy. Read the details.
The children have no shelter. Oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no.
The front page of the New Dawn newspaper. Let's go there.
Oh,
and what it says: drug bust overshadows campaigns. Drug bust overshadows campaign. That's the front page of the New Dawn newspaper. And the next story here on the front page says, "We are named VP Taylor as successor." President George, we are named VP Taylor as successor. Wow, that's great. Run quickly to the back page, and the back page says the back page. That's the back page of the. That's the back page of the Independent. That's the New Dawn newspaper there. The back page of the New Dawn newspaper, and what it says here: CPP donates that's Liberian dollars 1.8 million to desperate flood victims. 1.8 million Liberian dollars to desperate flood victims. That's the collaborating political parties donated to flood victims in Grand Cayman County. What's the editorial of the New Dawn? The editorial of the New Dawn. Welcoming the EU election observer mission in Liberia. Welcoming the EU election observer mission in Liberia. You can grab a copy of the New Dawn there and get to know the details. Yes, right here. Still on the program, the editorial review on only on ABC Radio 105.7. Is the newest, the sensational, and the premier in modern broadcasting in Liberia. ABC Radio, the official voice of the Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation.
He getting confused now, and I just want to ask you some questions. Oh, he said pay some money. He said pay some presidency. He said
our next stop this morning is the Improvised Daily newspaper. The paper with the inspirational motto that I love so much. And it's volume 15, number 2 208. 208, that's the number. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. In all that we do and write, in all that we report, come what may, and no matter what, Liberia first, Liberia last. Let's go there again. That's the motto of the In Profile Daily newspaper. In all that we do and write, in all that we report, come what may, no matter what, Liberia first and Liberia last. Let's carry that in our minds as we go about our campaign processes. With that in our minds, we are certain and very sure that we are going to avoid violence. Even if somebody steps on our toes, 40 Liberian dollars is the price of the Improfat Daily. How many people do you? Let's go for it. Waka goes Nigeria for campaign resources. Oh, it's asking question. Waka goes Nigeria for campaign resources. Waka goes Nigeria for campaign resources. And it's asking question. Yeah, we're seeing a photograph of Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boyka, the standard bearer of the opposition unity party. That's the main opposition unity party right there. And Yomli Kanga Lawrence, rescue mother and rescue Ente Mandela couple. Rescue Ente Adele. Who's the rescue uncle? Foreign pathologists to conduct autopsy on Shalom Musu bodies. And body. Foreign pathology to conduct autopsy on Shalom Musu body. Wow. Again, CSO Council calls for impartial investigation. Drugs discovery at LRA. Civil Society Council calls for impartial investigation. What's the back page of the in profile? Let's go there. Man 27 arrested with baby parts. Like seriously? Man 27 arrested with baby parts. Civil Society Councils decry on deconstruction of campaign posters. Civil Society Council decry deconstruction of campaign posters. Former cocoa power workers receive US $386,212. Former cocoa power workers have started receiving their money. Alleged bribery, fraud, and arrest. Liberia's first carbon due. Alleged bribery, fraud, and arrest. Liberia's first carbon due. What's the front? That's the editorial of this paper. What's the editorial of it? Doing the will of God is what matters. Yes, of course. Doing the will of God is what matters. At all times, let's do the will of God. Doing the will of God is what matters.
I cannot go to school cause no more money. I can't stand no more cause no more food. I cannot go to school cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me mistakenly. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although
Our next stop this morning is the
but I'm really still getting.
Our next stop this morning.
And I just wanna ask you some questions.
Reporting the truth to you.
Please,
Reporting the truth to you is the motto of the Oracle News Daily. The Oracle News Daily. And it's volume 1, number 77. It's also sold for 40 Liberian dollars. You can grab a copy of it and read the details. Let's go quickly. On the front page of the Oracle News Daily, expose how rival Liberians, political actors, poison U.S. power brokers with misinformation. Again, expose how rival Liberian political actors poison U.S. power broker with misinformation. Ballot boxes arrive. Ballot boxes arrive. You can grab a copy of it and read the details. The back page is all about vote for this number. What's the editorial? How to fight drugs. How to fight drugs is the editorial right here. Our next and final stop is the New Republic newspaper. Life for all is the motto. The New Republic newspaper. You can grab a copy for 40 Liberian dollars and read the details therein. In its volume 13, number 392, Wednesday, September 13, 2023. 40 Liberian dollars is the price. Let's go quickly. Ballot boxes, others arrive. Ballot boxes, others arrive as NEC begins receiving October 10th election materials. Ballot boxes, others arrive as NEC begins receiving October 10th election material. Who's beyond latest drug arrest? Who's beyond latest drugs arrest? You can grab a copy too. Quickly to the back page. The New Republic. Entrust me with another term. We are pleased with bond citizen. Entrust me with another term. We are pleased with bond citizen. We are switches on light in bunk. We are switches on light in bunk. Another autopsy on shallow muscles remains. Another autopsy on shallow muscles remains. Let's go quickly to this people editorial. What's the editorial? Wake up to the reality. Wake up to the reality. This is how we come to the end of the papers here. Shortly, we go into the second segment of this show where we set the basis, activate the phone lines after making our own position and take your calls as well. So let's take a few bars of our theme song to be right back.
Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are put up, they wish nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, live in your street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We got bigger than oh, we got bigger than there's no job, no money for us. We got bigger than bigger story. There's no job, no money for us. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially for me. No job, no money. No plus, no glory. No help for poor man. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially for me. No job, no money. No plus, no glory. No help for poor man. That's what we do. We got bigger than us. We got bigger story. There is no job, no money for us. We got bigger than us. We got bigger story. There is no job, no money for us. You don't know story? You've been writing stories for radical pages. Keep writing stories about people who not too concerned. We got a lot of people in the ghetto, people on the block, people in the street. If y'all know what I know, follow me. And I'll take you to places where people are suffering. We got lame people. I mean, people that need, man. People too much need. Come on, yeah. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially women. No job, no money. No plus, no glory. No help for women. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? most especially for me. No job, no money, no cause, no glory, no help for poor man. That's what we know. We got major headlines, we got major stories. There is no job, no money for us to rise. We got major headlines, we got major stories. There is no job, no money for us to rise. I can't stand no more, no more. I cannot go to school, no more money. Cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, they say pay some money, they say pay some presidency, they say pay some technology, they say pay some war. Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah, there is no job, no money for us to have. We got major headlines. We got major story. Yeah, there is no job, no money for us to have. Come take our coverage. The rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We got major headlines, oh, we got major stories. Hey, there is no job, no money for us to rise. We got major headlines, major headlines. We got major stories, major stories. There is no job, no money for us to rise. How many people do you love, man? How many people?
Let's bring this one down right here and go strictly into our conversation this morning. We'll bring this one down right here and go strictly into our conversation. And it's from the front page Africa newspaper. Who's beyond the RIA drugs? Let's read you a few lines of it. Monrovia, despite the passage of the new drug law making the trading, importation, and sale of certain class of drug a non-billable offense, the war against drug in Liberia looks far from over, with indications of cover up from high places for traders and importers. This comes at a time when many young Liberians are heavily involved in the consumption and abuse of drugs to the extent they are seen in public intoxicated with the harmful substances. In May 2023, Liberian authority admitted they lost track of 4 men who tried and exonerated after the seizure of $100 million worth of cocaine, a judgment that shocked Justice Minister Musa Dean. The court caused stir by findings in not guilty Liberia. Let's go to where I want us to get to. Just as the Liberians were eagerly waiting to get the outcome of the LDA examination of the boxes, the story was now changed with pronouncement that the boxes contain Moringa Zero T. This leaves many unanswered questions which the government of Liberia is yet to answer or provide answers to, believed to be cover up many Liberians believe to be for the drugs importation, especially in the wake of ongoing elections campaign. Opposition political parties are already using the issue of the dangerous kush drug taking over the country as a campaign tool, and perhaps many Liberians believe that it might be against that backdrop that government has moved quickly to cover up such a huge importation of drugs into the country. So we sat here the last time and told you that if the government fails to bring those beyond the RIA drugs situation to book, it will be a clear violation or a clear validation that what the opposition has been saying, that the government is into this thing, they will leave the people with no alternative. And that's why we saw people during the campaign period were saying we want kush, we want kush. Can you imagine? Those were females knowing for the world that this thing is killing our children, this thing is killing our peers, the youthful population of this country. And people were singing and chanting that we want this, we want it. They think that killing people. You know, bad things in Liberia, they want people like, if you listen to that song sung by Panto, I know you this, I know you that, but are you I want. Only the bad thing, all the bad things they say about the girl, Panto say, only that girl he wants. And that's how it looks. Where this thing called kush is bad, people were singing, say, that everyone. And they were singing in reaction to comments made by opposition that this government is trading kush, which there's no facts, there's no evidence to. But because it is campaign period, and the people are using it against the government, instead of government confidant or instead of government fanatics to find something else to be saying, but instead they were singing on live TV, we want kush, we want kush. Now, the issue of drugs has been discovered at the RIA. From the RIA, I mean, it was first at the Freeport of Monrovia. Now we've gone at the RIA. But then the RIA situation, they said it was Moringa Zero T. This country, I'm not saying that the fight against drug will not be succeeded or will not be successful, but it will be very hard to eradicate drugs in this town or in our country, to even minimize it to a certain level, until we are prepared as a people, as a country, as a government to ensure that these things are getting rid of. There will always be the situation of drugs in our country. How come did the whole drug business change to Moringa Zero? Okay, we agree that's Moringa Zero. Why was the Moringa Zero being passed the way it was being passed when the LFL people had to arrest it? Why didn't this Moringa Zero pass through the Red Fort China? These are questions that need to be answered. We agree. This is a Moringa Zero. We agree. We are not disputing that. But how come there's a vehicle had to go to the plane, pick up that Moringa Zero, and take the other way? AFL people got to arrest it before we get to know that it's Moringa Zero. According to the law, those who import drugs, those who deal it, those who serve as facilitators and store these things must be, when they are caught, they are arrested and not bailable. These people should be in jail by now. But here we are. Here we are. And that's why somebody said these things will continue to be like that because our people are not prepared to fight drugs. We must be prepared as a country to get rid of this drugs thing. 0777105 0555105 are the numbers this morning to be a part of the conversation here on ABC Radio 105.7. So yeah, we need to know who are those beyond that Moringa Zero. Who brought that thing into the country? We need to know them. We need to know them. Let's read further. The indefinite suspension of Samuel Fremont, the director of security at the Rabat International Airport, pending the outcome of an investigation into the alleged role in the smuggling of cargo from the tarmac through an unauthorized gate, has been condemned by pro-government supporters and the opposition. Bowman County Senator and a campaigner of President George Weah re-election, Edwin Melvin Snow, took to his Facebook page to call for the dismissal of Fremont when he posted Tuesday, saying, "Suspension my foot. The man should have been dismissed and placed behind bars for now." Yes, these people should be in custody, and he will name those who are beyond it, because that's what the law says. That's what the law says. And that's why you find people making fun of it all over on Facebook. Somebody will take the Facebook, "Oh, I want to drink moringa tea. Oh, I want to drink tea." Why would we be making fun of our people like that? And we say we are sincere in the fight of this thing called drugs? No, we are not. These people who bring these things into this country must be arrested and placed behind bars and taken to court, because that's what the law says. And let them go and exonerate themselves at the court. But every time there's a cover up, when these things happen, similar thing happened in under President Sirleaf. When the vehicle, the presidential vehicle, the escort car, that police escort car, Perry was driving that car, that the guy called Perry. At the bombing area there, he was also arrested too with drugs. Oh yes. And they use these higher ups because they got a freely passage. People will not be able to check them, except in extreme cases. And they bring these things into this country to damage our young people, our youthful population. This is wrong. This is extremely wrong. These people must be beyond bars by now, and not just suspect. The Senator Snow said, it is not just important to suspend Samuel Fremont, but Samuel Fremont should have been dismissed. And he beyond bars, answering to question why he had to go and pick up that thing, passing it through another gate, and all of those questions need to be answered. Saying you know fully well it was not drugs, it was Moringa Zero. 0777105 0555105 are the numbers to call. 0777105 This drugs thing is important, and we can only deal with it as a people when we decide to. This person right here. Hello.
Good morning, Baba.
Good morning. Your name and where you join me from?
Kuya. This morning.
Kuya?
Yeah.
What is that? Only name you got Kuya?
Oh,
Oh. Masano, brother.
Yeah, but how you doing?
I'm great. Go ahead, make your point.
Thank you, brother. This government, that's serious, man. How can we believe this government? They said America. So what is first now they turn around? It was Megs. It was Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
So can this government people? They didn't redeem us. They didn't help us.
Mm-hmm.
When they were opposition yesterday, they said a lot of things against the UP government. But yet and now they took over now. drugs are very rampant in the country. Our brother are dying every day and night, my brother. This morning I listened to Obel Jiba. Obel Jiba said, if you put a Zoguna in like a put it together, they can make a whole country. That is true. So goddamn, my brother, they are many in this country. They can make country by themselves. Do you think who gonna change it for us? They can kill us or they can help us to see when the situation that we find ourselves in. Now they are saying that all over the world is drugs. America drugs. You can compare America with Liberia. What for our setting, we compare those things. So for everyone that always compare the other person with the other person, even the other person is not serious. So the government is not serious to fight the issue of drugs.
Thank you very much.
So the main thing we want to know is who got the drugs?
Okay.
Who have it? On many people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This person right here. Hello. Hello. This person, yeah. Hello.
Good morning, Jackson. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning, Bully.
Yeah, the son of the rescue mother, Francis Bully is my name. I'm calling from brother.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for your topic under discussion this morning. Jackson, I 100% agree with every snow. If this government was a Syrian-minded government, but this that particular institution was to be bad. Maybe he could be leading people that involved in a drug saga. But now the government has come out to suspend. Without not the problem, because suspension is possible that within 2 weeks or 1 month time he can go back to work.
Okay.
He was not even expelled or either suspend. He can go back to work at any time. These people are not serious to fight drugs in this country. They are not serious for one page.
Okay.
But 100 million drugs in the country, it went free.
It went free.
It was free.
Another one up again.
And no one up again. Go ahead, note they said our Marina League. Marina League, they are again. They say, I don't know what kind of method for what, I don't know how we call it there.
Moringa.
It's possible. They clearly mean that we have drug factory here. People manufacturing drugs here, they bring the leaf and they manufacturing it here. That's why it appears to us. So, the government got it, you just take me out. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much. This person here. Hello. Hello. Your name and where you joining from, sir?
This is Maja Kota. Your conversation from two.
Go ahead.
Yes. The issue that had to do with trust in the country, it is fully resident in government should and what the people continue to say in the public says that the government support the importation of drugs in the country. Anytime you see the justice system is weak and nothing comes out of it when things happen, people will always regulate in the public state. And that will continue to happen. You can remember about the issue that happened about the discovery of guns in the port of today. People told that they are still investigating.
Yeah,
and there have
still
been no outcome on
nothing.
the gun issue in the port. And you follow the drugs in the same port. The same government allowed the people to go scot-free, and today Moringa school have been found in the port. So anyway, the public will carry. I think that will be the truth. People will be saying, and why you for the position, the people are not wrong to carry this thing to say, coach, people taking coach because it is nothing I'm hearing.
Okay.
I listen to Representative
Thank you very much. Thank you. This person right here. Hello. Last caller. I'm fine. Your name and where you join me from?
Thank you. I'm sure you get
Go ahead.
Well, I'm listening to you very carefully. The opposition are saying that the government is what they call those that want to launch the bill, and they say they want them to. How would you say that the opposition are saying that the government is putting drugs in the government? So I would like to say this. If they've got an incentive or they will start happening now at the RRA, International Airport, and you find a chief security officers at the airport. That's happening to a man, then you go from what they will say that what would you say? Something like you can on a very bad attitude. Bad attitude. Your father supposed to wait to your father say go sleep. You think that your father is doing or everybody that is now is not going to want to your father is some sort of fight, right? Or your father is going to do all that. So when the people are saying that, oh, what is happening?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. This I would like to draw the curtains on today's presentation of the program, the editorial review right here on ABC Radio. 105.7 is that stick and still don't go away. ABC News comes on shortly at 12 midday. Bye bye.
I wonder how you make your headline.